What's up, everybody? This is RF Mike, and tonight we are taking a look at something special here. On the left, we have the LG G4. Both these are the Verizon editions. And on the right, we have the LG V10. First thing we'll go into is on the LG V10. We'll go into settings, and we will go down here to about phone and software information. So on the V10, we are still on the Verizon version is 5.1.1. Security patch is 12.1 of 2015. So that was before the new year. Now, we'll close that out. If we go over here to the LG G4, and we do the same thing. We'll pull down, go into settings, about, and then same thing, software info. You can see we are running Android version 6.0 with the latest security patch of January 1st of 2016. So yes, we are on Marshmallow on the LG G4. Things to know that have changed on this Verizon version of the G4 is app permissions is a big thing. Now you can deny or allow applications to have access to certain things on your phone. Now on tap actually works. So now on the G4, if we push and hold our home button, you can see our now on tap activates. Welcome to now on tap. When you first try this, it's going to tell you, do you want to turn on now on tap? And you'd say yes. If you want to go to your Google Now, you just hit your Google button at the bottom there, and that'll take you to your Google Now. For me, I'm not using the Google Now launcher. I'm using Nova, so that's why you don't see the Google Now page. If I pull all the way over to the left, you can see that's my end. And yeah, it's a little slower than just using your Google Now. And like it says, Google Now is now located here. And then other things that have changed is the font. Under certain applications and certain things, the font is a little crisper and cleaned up now, as you can see there, versus if we look at the font on the LG V10, the font's going to look, well, actually, it looks about the same on these devices. The G4 may have been running an older version as well of the UX LG UI, so, or the EX UI. So there's that. And again, if we hit our home button, slide up on the V10, we're using the old version of the Google Now. And on to the next thing, Application Manager is new. So we'll go back into settings, Application Manager on the V10 here. Looks like so, our old school, our old style of how it looked. You could slide from left to right, going between your different settings. And now we will pull up the same application manager on the G4. We will scroll back on up. Application manager. And now, for the new look, you can see it says all apps, gives you everything. Or you can go by category, as in enabled, disabled. So it's cleaned up a little bit. Configure, reset, install apps, show system, reset app preference. So yeah, all that has been changed. Other things that have been swapped are the speed of the phone is actually quicker. I've noticed it's actually done pretty good for opening and closing everything you can see there. Animations, there's a little different of pop-up animations now when you're going in and out of things, as you see. Yes, we'll exit the camera, go into Gmail, exit out of that, go into the phone. So you can see the animations are a little different, and our Rolodex style for closing out applications has not changed. Next thing is the Doze Mode is another thing that comes in Android 6.0. Excuse me there for a second. If we go into the settings to look for Doze, that should be underneath battery, which on the Verizon version here, it is not known as battery optimization or Doze mode. It is known as battery optimization or ignore optimizations. So you can actually tell it what applications you want it to ignore when it comes time for things to be running in the background. Yeah, there's no just actual Doze setting. So as it is, this is set up as a default where this should doze. The phone should doze off on its own and slow things down once it needs to, once it realizes applications are not in use. Another thing is Wi-Fi calling is enabled by default now. If we were to go into settings, pull up our advanced calling, so activate Wi-Fi calling. It can take a few minutes setting that up, but that's on here now. As you can see, it was not active from the second I've just opened that menu. I'll agree to terms and conditions, yada yada. I'll fill all that out later. Another thing is System Tuner was disabled. That's something that had been reported. It's no longer available. The Audible app was installed on here. As you can see, I don't have it. So with the update through Verizon, they added on that piece of bloat / application a lot of people use. If you don't use it, you can disable it and uninstall it, or at least disable it. Another thing is Flex Storage, where it uses your micro SD card, is not listed on here. That you will not find on this as well. The phone also now indicates fast charging, and I know in previous videos I had done, you guys didn't see fast charging pop up right away. It took a minute for the phone to recognize that it was fast charging. That is pretty much instantaneous now. And then silent mode is now available on the phone as well. And with silent mode, it's been on the LG V10 since the phone had launched. On the Verizon version, all I'd have to do is just hold down, start pushing my silent button, go down to vibrate. Next one down would be silent. And then on the G4, it used to be you could just go down to vibration only. But now you do the same thing. Hit vibration. The next one down, and now that's silent. So those are a few of the things that I've noticed and things that I've seen other people talk about that are new to the Marshmallow update now on the Verizon G4. Besides that, a lot of the UI stuff is still the same. If we were to look at these two side by side, pull up the same applications, say we go into the phone, everything here, my favorites, we're not seeing tons of numbers. Everything here is exactly the same. So none of that has changed under phone. The only other application I could think of would be something else that would be built in. And honestly, you can't even tell if there's any other differences with the icons either. Let's look at the game icons. Those are still the same for play game. Yeah, really not too much crazy stuff. A lot of it's all the behind the scenes things. So anyway, if you guys have any comments or questions, anything you want to share, leave it in the comment section down below. As always, this is our Mike. Appreciate you guys checking my videos. If you guys aren't subscribers, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if this helped you out, and I will see you all in the next one.